I am Margaret, Edinburgh. Well, I'm really Margaret Rose, and my father named me after a princess, Princess Margaret Rose, and he had the last name Edinburgh, and that's a royal name. I went to Europe and it was all over the place, and I thought, my goodness, they've got my name on the buses, on the stores, every place you look, and I'm not getting any royalties. Well, some of the things that I've done in the past are I made dolls, African American cloth dolls. They were the Order of Nzinga collection. I traveled, obviously, to Europe. I have had exhibits with my dolls. I went to South Africa because of them, and I went to Paris. I have published a children's book called Tater Tots, and it's quite instrument for children from 3 on up, and it was published in 2006, but it's the story of how adults have certain characteristics in a form that children can understand it. There's ultimately the sweet tater turns out to be the best tater of them all. And I have an outreach ministry, a nonprofit. It's a 501c3 called the Yellow Rose Strong Oak Society. There's 3 parts to it. One is the Blue Diamond Society for people who are 80 to 84 years old, men and women. There's the Yellow Rose Society for women who are 85 and older. And then there's the men's called the Strong Oak Society, and they too are 85 or older. I often tell people the Yellow Rose Society is for people who are 85 to 180. Nobody's ever made that yet, but I have done several people that have been over 100, and it just uplifts the individual who's inducted into any one of the 3 societies. In this day and age, it is unthinkable that anyone would stay in a house that's without locked doors, with windows that are easily gotten into. I'm Margaret Edinburgh, and I'm the facilitator of the Cobb County Storytellers. And for such a time as this, I would like to share a story with you. Incident on Camden Square. Well, there was a time when I was a child and we slept with our doors open. We used to make pallets on the front porch and sleep out there at night just like we were camping. And on Saturday night, Daddy would bring home Big Shoe's barbecue, and that just added icing to the cake. Well, later in life, Big Shoe comes up again. My keys were locked in my car, and I was miles from home. This gentleman had a Jimmy, and he was raring to try it out. And I thought I was at my friend's house, but it was not my friend. It was someone in the neighborhood, and all the houses looked the same. Well, I told him where I was from. He said, "You don't sound like you're from around here." And I said, "I'm from Terre Haute, Indiana." He says, oh, I used to go and get Big Shoe's barbecue. Here I am all the way in Georgia being followed by Big Shoe's barbecue. Well, anyway, the story of Camden Place, I had taken my daughter to Red Lobster, and my great niece was with me. Oh, we had this and that and the other. And they gave my little niece a balloon. So after we finished our dinner, we proceeded to go home. And Kiera always slept with my daughter, Tamiko. Well, the next day, Tamiko got up quietly and went to work. All of a sudden, I woke up to a thump, thump, thump. And I was so afraid that I was trembling. Have you ever been that afraid of anything? Oh gosh, I was thinking, how am I gonna get to Tamiko's bedroom to get Kiera? Because somebody is trying to get in the house and I don't know what to do. And so I was laying in the bed, just shaking. I finally mustered up enough courage to get on the phone and call the police. Oh gosh, they finally got there and they came in the door. When I opened it, it was two of them, and they came in with their guns drawn, and there were ones outside the door, two in the backyard. They were going all over the house. And oh, I was so relieved to have help. Oh, they went all through the house. Now, there are only two ways to get in my house. You come through the garage. Actually, three ways. You come through the front door or you come through the patio. And I was so afraid that I didn't think of any of that. So anyway, they're going upstairs and they're checking the attic, and I kept hearing that thump, thump, thump. And quietly, I went upstairs. And there was that balloon from Red Lobster going round and round and round in the ceiling fan. Well, I did not want to be accused of filing a false report. So very quietly and without being noticed, I reached up and took that balloon out of the ceiling fan, and I just held it behind my back, and I talked to the officers, and I told them how wonderful they were and how glad I was that they had come to my rescue, and how they had helped to save this little toddler from being harmed. And they told me, ma'am, we really can't find anything. Maybe it was a squirrel or something in your attic that was making that noise. And very acquiescently, I kept a stern countenance, and I had a big smile, and I determined that all is well with the world, especially if the police come when you call them, whether it's an incident on Camden Place or locked keys in the car. That, for such a time as this, is the story of the incident on Camden Place. I appreciate you taking this time to listen to my story, and it is a true story. And once again, I am the facilitator of the Cobb County Storytellers. We are a part of the Southern Order of Storytellers, an organization that's been around here in Georgia for more than 40 years. And what we've been doing over the years is going into the nursing homes and facilities where we find our seniors and telling stories to them. But we are also looking for some children to come and share their stories. So you check out our website, cobbcountystorytellers.org. Thank you again for listening.